Life is a gift, and I don't know if you know this or not, but it's not easy to sit and to share, your truth and your highest thought. But I think that it's something that we should all challenge ourselves with, and not taking ourselves too seriously, and be humbled at not making sense sometimes, or all the time. But I think that we should be humbled by, doing things that aren't in your comfort zone, because that's where you're gonna find the most growth. And as we are, walking through life, we are continually rejuvenating within ourselves. Now, if you're unaware of this, and your mind is unaware of this, then it won't be, on the route of exploration and wanting to take in this gift that is life, and not be so bombarded by their feelings, because your feelings are very much just the juicy part of your thinking. Now, why is it that we're so overwhelmed by our thinking? Well, my personal opinion is that we live in like a real serious negative state of consciousness. I think that it's quite apparent, especially when you watch TV, especially if you read the newspapers, especially if you listen to, business type, people, and you sit with people that are wanting to, be extreme forward thinking. I understand this and I respect this, but they're not looking at the cause and the effect of what they're doing. And so, you have these circles of people that are just perpetuating the same shit over and over, and not reminding people that we need to slow the freak down, slow down, and not be so overwhelmed by our fucking feelings, and by our past, and by what we are expected through others. This is really, really challenging, and I speak from my own experience. I'm using myself as the muse. The last 4 or 5 months, I literally fell from grace. I'm telling you, I did. And it's to no fault of my own, but it was because I thought I had it all figured out. And I also leaned way too far into the story, because it's just a story that we're walking around with. Like I've said many times before, it's a story. Now, how much you want to play a part in that is completely up to you. You can either observe it or you can participate in it. And I caught myself very much participating in it and being completely unconscious of the movements that I was doing, the unnecessary movements that were happening all the time. But because I was so caught up in, I got this all figured out, I just fell back into old behaviors and old thinking patterns that it will all just work itself out. And I stopped doing the little things. Most importantly, when you stop doing the little things, right living goes right out the door. It is so important, and like I said, and I will always say, I speak from my own experience and I speak from my own perspective. I'm not trying to shift, your individuality or your thinking behind how things should, unfold in life. My perspective. There's a grand scheme to all this. You know what I mean? The diversity that happens around us happens within us as well. Now, we need to be taught that at a young age. We need to be, understanding that, to the point where when we get fucking squeezed, that's what comes out of us. Understanding, growth, and a real sense of, I got this. Because that's not what's coming out of myself at times. That's not what's coming out. And I would like to have thought that, like I said, I had it all figured out. But nothing is permanent. And that one has really got me, nothing is permanent. And this idea that just you have to be okay with. And it literally is something that will keep you stuck and keep you in a place of just total discomfort. I'm telling you, because I just finished getting out of it. It was a challenge to pick myself up and conduct myself with some enthusiasm and some spirit, because that's what's expected of me, and I have come a long ways. I know the gift that I am, and I know the gift that you are, and I know the gift that goes on around us, but I can't tell you how easily it is that you could lose sight of that and just get caught up on this road to Curseville, and I don't wish that for anybody, but It just so happens that I'm highly favored. It just so happens that you're highly favored. It just so happens that I have the opportunity to pursue basically whatever I want. And it's only my mind that is stopping me. If I listen to my feelings, I won't go anywhere but, a few steps forward. And then I will fall short because my feelings will be affected. My not understanding things completely will be affected. Nothing will be, all nice and, cozy, and the situation will never be right for, extreme change and extreme transformation and extreme, just, it needs to be just, oh man, I'm telling you, everything that happens to you is happening to you by your own accord, and most likely we are being overwhelmed by our mind, and it's just ridiculous. It's unacceptable. It has nothing to do with the human experience. I'm telling you right now, it has nothing to do with the human experience. We can reinvent ourselves at any point. At any point in time, you can reinvent yourself. It's a kaleidoscope of reinvention happening all around you. You are, walking around, you're basically a magic freaking wand is what you are. But because the majority of us just can't fucking settle our minds down, and we're so bombarded by our past, and we're so overwhelmed by what others' reality is of us, that it just keeps us stuck, and it's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. And I've been, unfortunately, a product of that. But I'm here to share with you, and I will continue to share with you, my growth and my perseverance and my triumphant, places that I get, because I ain't stopping. And that's why it's really easy for me to share with you, my highs and my lows. It's really easy for me to share with you, what it is that I'm going through, because I don't know, that's authenticity. That's what, I don't know, that's what people want. I don't know. Life is definitely a gift, and I hope that when you wake up inspired and proud of who you are. Truly. Especially when you come outside, I'm telling you, when you let that wind touch you, when you can just feel your surroundings, I'm telling you, it's euphoric, and it's where I feel life lives, feeling this experience, letting things, spontaneously just come out of you, not through thought. It's not through thought. It's not. But I love people. I love this opportunity. Believe in yourself. Truly believe in yourself. Don't listen to the naysayers, which is, just part of the gig. It's just part of the gig. Not everyone's gonna conform to your ideas, good or bad. And check your intent. Check your intent. Life is a gift. Believe in yourself. And I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye for now.